to our next category, Best Actor. This one is mostly likely going to be going to one person, and we'll see if it goes to another person. Let me tell you who the nominees are. First of all, we have Ryan Gosling from La La Land. Now, he is most likely going to win. And from what I've heard, his performance isn't like spectacular or anything, but it's a combination of the momentum of the movie and the fact that, you know, he's a good actor and it's like his time, you know. So he will most likely win. Another nominee is Andrew Garfield for Hacksaw Ridge. And this was kind of a surprise to people because he will most likely not win, but it is a good milestone of his career to be nominated. Also in this category we have Denzel Washington from Fences. Now, as I said earlier, his movie is very emotional. It has a lot of dialogue in it and everything, and it's actually based off a play. So this movie showcased a really amazing performance from him. I think he could win, but I don't think it's that likely that he'll win. Up next, we have Casey Affleck from Manchester by the Sea. Now, he has a performance that talks about, you know, grief and death, and I've heard that it's very good. It's very subtle and it's very moving. But I don't think he's going to win, but he could win. So we'll have to wait and see for him. And the last person is Viggo Mortensen from Captain Fantastic. Now, this movie, most people don't even know about it, but from what I've heard, it's about a father who raises his kids in the woods, and he gets discovered, so he has to take them out into main society, and they discover everything for the first time. And he might actually lose his kids. So, I don't know anything about his performance, but I do know that it was the only category nominated for that movie. So it was sort of like a recognition nomination, saying that this movie was good, but it's not going to win. Up next, we have Best Actress. Now, of course, the shoo-in to win is Emma Stone from La La Land. She, I think it's coming to a peak in her career, coming to a really high point in her career, and it's due for her to win. Now, this movie wasn't like emotional. I mean, it was emotional, but it wasn't like dramatic, and you know, it didn't have like tons of like complicated dialogue or anything. But I think that because of everybody loves this film and all the momentum again that it's getting, that she is definitely going to win. Now, other actresses nominated are Natalie Portman for her biopic Jackie, where she portrays Jackie Kennedy. I've heard that her performance is good, but you know, she's been nominated before, so it's probably not going to be hers to win. Another nomination that was surprising, but not surprising, was Meryl Streep in Florence Foster Jenkins. This was that movie about the singer who wasn't any good, but everybody loved her anyway. And I think it's most likely she's nominated just because she's Meryl Streep and everybody loves her. So, but it's not her year to win for sure. The next nominee is Isabelle Huppert for her role in Elle. Now, this movie is a French foreign film, and it's about a woman who gets abused or assaulted and then plans her revenge. So, since it's a foreign film, not many people in the States have seen it, but because of her powerful performance, she was nominated. And I don't know if I want to see it or not, but I do want to check out her more as an actress, for sure. The last actress to be nominated is Ruth Negga. And she was in the movie Loving, about the interracial marriage that went to court. And it's really a big step in her career because previously she hadn't been in as many big movies. She was in World War Z as one of the World Health Organization doctors, and she was also in the movie Warcraft, about World of Warcraft. So she hasn't been in a lot of movies, and I do think that she deserves this recognition because the movie was so good, and This was, I think, one of the only categories it was nominated in. So, but I do not think she's going to win, unfortunately. Emma Stone won a Golden Globe for her role in La La Land, so that is another factor. And Isabelle Huppert won a Golden Globe for her role in Elle. So that's definitely something to think of whenever you look at who's going to win this category. Where would a movie be without their supporting actors and actresses? That is what we're going to talk about next. For Best Supporting Actor, this is a category that always is up in the air because a lot of movies that aren't necessarily nominated in other areas are nominated here. So for example, we have Michael Shannon in Nocturnal Animals. Now, everybody that I've heard that has watched this movie loved his performance in the movie. He actually plays a fictional character in the movie, which is kind of meta, but he plays a fictional detective. And Michael Shannon is a great character actor. I've loved him in a lot of different things. And from what I've heard, whenever he's on screen, he just steals the show. So he definitely deserves his nomination there. Another nomination is Dev Patel for Lion. And I was confused when I heard this because he's on the poster of the movie. He is top billing, you know. So why is he a supporting actor? It's because he actually doesn't come into the movie until the last third of the film or so. So that was a little bit surprising, but he's a good actor. But I do not think he's going to win just because of his lack of screen time there. Next we have Jeff Bridges from Hell or High Water. What I've heard from his performance is he basically just plays Jeff Bridges himself. You know, there's some actors who, no matter what movie they're in, they're basically just playing themselves. And he definitely is one of those that does that from time to time. I haven't heard anything spectacular about his performance, so I do not expect him to win. Also, we have Lucas Hedges from Manchester by the Sea. He plays a son of the brother of one of the main characters, and I haven't heard much about his performance either, but it had to be good for him to be nominated. So he's not expected to win as well, but he's really young, so it's definitely a big milestone for his career. Now, the next person, I'm not sure how to pronounce their first name. His last name is Ali. I think his name is Mahershala Ali, and he plays the drug dealer in Moonlight that influenced the main character, and the main character ends up being somewhat like him. He is expected to win this category. He's been in a lot of movies before, but this is the first one where his performance really shone through. He was a colonel in Mockingjay, and he was also in Benjamin Button, but I don't remember him in that. But everybody's saying that he is due to win this one for sure. Okay, Best Supporting Actress. First we have Naomi Harris, and she was in the movie Moonlight. She plays the mom, and I've heard in interviews that she was reluctant to play this role because it's somewhat stereotypical, because the mom is sort of a drug addict and abusive and things like that. And but she ended up doing a really good job. So she's, you know, she definitely deserves her nomination here. You might know her from playing Moneypenny in the newer Bond films. That's where I know her from. So I don't know if she's going to win or not, but we'll have to see. Next up we have Michelle Williams, and she's in Manchester by the Sea. Now, I really liked her in Blue Valentine, so I know she can have a great performance. I heard she's really good in this movie, but again, I don't really think her performance is really getting enough buzz, or people aren't really talking about her performance, so I don't think she's going to win this one. Who I do think is going to win is Viola Davis. She is nominated for the movie Fences with Denzel Washington. Now, from what I've heard, even though this is a Best Supporting Actress category, she's basically a co-lead in this movie. And there's a lot of scenes with Denzel Washington where, like, they're arguing or crying or all this kind of stuff that she, you know, she excels in that kind of thing. So I really think that this is her category to lose, and we should expect her to win this one. Lastly, we have Nicole Kidman in Lion. She plays the Australian mother that adopts Dev Patel when he was a young kid. And since it's based off a real story, she had to do research and see how the woman actually was. You know, whenever you're portraying a real person. I haven't heard anything about her performance, and I do not think that she is set out to win this one. But since she was nominated, it's kind of a tip to the hat to this movie that it actually was really good. The reason that Viola Davis is set to win this one is because she won the Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress in a Drama. And the Golden Globes are actually pretty good at predicting who's going to win the Oscars, because they happen before the Oscars, and a lot of times they are the exact same, but you never know. So that is my Oscar guide to 2017. Did you like it? Did you agree with my predictions? Do you think that Hollywood is just going to give it to like 2 movies and give them all the way down the row, or do you think that they'll have some upsets there? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you have any videos that you think I should do, let me know. Alright, bye bye for now.